So this little sailing club that we're going to, we got a membership for about 2 weeks. Back to the dinghy. Packages are picked up. Oh yeah, there's fuel. It's pretty funny. This engine at half throttle is way faster than we were able to go at full throttle.
Fresh water.
Call that cruiser's CrossFit right there. But we got lithium power. Pretty excited about that. Good work, Tim.
Hey there, I'm Kelsey, that's Tim, and this is the story of our adventure. Life is fleeting, and we want to squeeze every bit out of it. We are wandering the world, so home is a bit of a moving target for us. We love finding the random, the remote, and sharing it all with you. So subscribe to get lost with us and hopefully find some inspiration to go after your own dreams.
Welcome back! We're still alive. We're about halfway through our passage heading north, but we'll fill you in on that in a later episode.
Yep.
We want to fill you guys in on everything it took to get this boat ready to set sail.
Yeah, we were doing tons of work, as you know, cleaning, tons and tons and tons of little projects.
Yes.
But in between all of that, we did manage to have fun and enjoy and explore where we're at.
Absolutely. We took some time and went over to explore Peanut Island.
We're heading off to Peanut Island. So this island was made from the tailings in trenching out the channel, I guess. And then there's a Coast Guard station. And I guess there was a bunker, sort of circa, nuclear war and all that bigger worry in the 60s. The Kennedys, I guess, had a place right here on the peninsula. And so that was a really close spot if the president was here to be able to go and hide underground. So interesting to go check it out.
Yeah. So on the weekends, this is jam-packed, but on a weekday and in the morning, this is a cool little dinghy dock, and we're going to go explore Peanut Island. How pretty is it in here, though? Such calm waters. I'm on the lookout for any wildlife. I've seen a spotted ray, a turtle, and manatee, and several fishes so far. Not today. Nothing today.
So calm today, whereas tomorrow or even this afternoon, it's Friday, will be insane.
Yeah.
But weekdays in Florida coastline, weekdays and mornings are the only time to get things done. But this is beautiful. Cool, we're here. So we'll head this way. I don't know if it connects right now because there's construction, but we'll try and go this way. And then we can go over these little bridges. Look back around. Yeah.
Morning coffee and a nice scenic walk.
Yeah.
On a nice day. What more can you ask for, really?
And our new polarized sunglasses.
Yeah, did you check these out?
Huh?
They're super light and they're a string. They're really comfortable.
Yeah. So no strap, and then they have the holder built into them.
I'll put a link below if you're interested in them, because they are super nice. This is my first day wearing them, actually. We got them yesterday. I'm liking them. Beach walk.
Beach walk.
The water feels so good.
Yeah.
Back to the dinghy. It's a good adventure.
So yeah, this place was really pretty, and on weekdays it wasn't too busy. It was fun to explore around the area, although the weekends were insane.
They were insane.
And we're really lucky. There was a sailing club, just about the only club that would allow visitors that weren't members right next to the mooring.
Yeah, so we could throw our trash, fill water, and most importantly, an address to send packages to.
Tons and tons of packages.
So this little sailing club that we're going to, we got a membership for about 2 weeks. and that allows us to send packages here. So we've done just Amazon packages or anything we needed for the boat. We can throw our trash away and fill up with fresh water here. And there's showers, which we haven't really used, but yeah, so this is where we've been going almost every day to get more stuff for the boat that we order from Amazon or from other places. But it's actually been really, really nice and convenient, because otherwise I don't know where we'd be sending stuff. So look at that precision. This dock is always an interesting walk, especially when it is very wavy. It's not very wavy right now, but
What's that?
I said that dock is always interesting when it's very wavy. So it's kind of cool. Every day there's, not every day, but almost every day there's kids out here sailing all these little dinghies, and so yeah, it's kind of fun. We're just guests, we're not real members. But yeah, it's been kind of cool. We've also had a lot of trash because we're cleaning out everything, so that has been really nice to have a place to throw stuff away, for sure.
Didn't want to break down the boxes. Same shit.
Back to the dinghy. Packages are picked up for
Look
today.
at this little section right here, though. This little spot next to the beach.
Yeah.
Pretty rad. I mean, because we have the boat to sit on, we haven't come here and sat, but it's just rad. It looks like some Bahamian island.
It does.
And we're just in random intercoastal waterway, Florida.
So that sailing club was amazing to have.
Absolutely. We even shipped some big things like this engine. The other one was okay, but it couldn't get up on a plane, and after a 4-hour trip to get to West Marine and back, we decided we needed an engine that could make this big dinghy plane.
Yep.
By the way, this dinghy's name is Mick. And the engine? Great White Whale. Why do we name everything? I don't know.
Just comes to us.
There she is. Ain't she a beaut? So excited.
Does it have fuel? Oh yeah, there's fuel.
There she goes.
Wow. Sounds good. Water's coming out.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's way quiet.
Yeah, that is proper.
How does it feel?
Feels amazing. It is so quiet. It's quieter than the 6-horse. It vibrates less than the 6-horse.
What are you naming it?
White whale. Great white whale. And I think Mick likes it. I'm trying to do all the, do a little reversing and some forward, get the outdrive, sort of the gears happy.
So you're not allowed to go fast for a while.
Nope. So we can do half throttle soon. So in a couple minutes we can do half. I'm really curious what half throttle is.
It's pretty funny. This engine at half throttle is way faster than we were able to go at
Not
full
half.
throttle.
It's
not even at half. Oh, okay.
1/3 so far.
That's so crazy. It's gonna allow us to get places a lot quicker.
The 4-hour trip to West Marine just got a lot shorter.
Yeah.
We also got ourselves a new anchor, a 25-kilogram Rockna Vulcan, a lot bigger than the one that was on here, and hopefully it's going to hold us in place a lot better.
Yep. The other thing that we did, and we did this while it was raining, so I didn't really film it, is put a new anchor on. So now we have an anchor because we plan to anchor 99% of the time. We wanted to be sure that our anchor is good and we trust it. So we got a big anchor and we just attached that from the dinghy this morning. So that's the other update. And what's a good anchor without some chain?
Absolutely. So we got some 3/8 G4 ACO made by Peerless. That's a lot of details, but we wanted to get some really good chain. The chain that was on here looked okay, but occasionally there was a link that was flaking and rusting. And so although a lot of the chain looked okay, enough of it looked bad that we didn't want to start out our adventures wondering if it was going to snap.
Okay. Beached the dinghy, not too much. We're gonna have to keep floating it as we put more and more chain in it, because with 450 pounds of chain, there's no way we're moving it. So we'll try and keep putting it in so it's always floating. But first we're gonna mark it. So we got a giant bucket of chain.
We got 2 pairs of gloves and zip ties to market at 25 feet, but it's going to be a long couple hours.
Call that cruiser's CrossFit right there. But Tim's getting it all measured out. Hopefully it's the right amount, because I think we're stuck with it now. So now we trust our anchor, our chain, and I just gotta make a bridle, and then we're good.
Old Nick's running a little low in the bow. It's got 450 pounds of 3/8 G4 chain. Oops.
Little Mick does it again. He's got another heavy load.
He's amazing. He's got a very flat driving profile right now. There's no getting on a plane. Well, I bet that we could with this giant engine.
I bet we could, but we don't really want to.
Okay, so here I find myself with some chain, our new anchor, Kelsey above me, filming me as well. So what we're doing is, Kelsey just let out all of our chain. We have 220 feet of chain, old chain, and that's on the ocean floor beneath us, but it's attached to the bridle so we can retrieve it. But we need to get it out of the anchor locker so the fresh chain can go in there. So we're going to disconnect it. There's an old, really rusty bow shackle in there that's flaking apart, so that could be interesting to get off. If we need to cut it, I can get back on the boat and use a grinder, but hopefully it comes undone. And then, yeah, we'll let this chain hang off the bridle in the water, put the new chain up, and then when we're at the last bit of it, I'll attach this mantis swivel to our new anchor itself. So it's a process, but not difficult, just a process. I can't imagine doing a lot of these things with just one person. It would take 10 times longer. So you got all these little pieces that go together. I'm glad they have a thing. It's logical, sort of. It's kind of amazing. Ingenious.
So now we trust our anchor setup. And next up was the winches. I don't think they've ever been serviced.
I don't think so. And I was super impressed. I looked outside one day and she had the winches completely torn apart with all the brass gears and everything laid out. She replaced springs and pawls, greased everything, and put it back together.
Yep. Good morning, guys. I thought this morning I would tackle the process of disassembling and servicing our winches. So we have 4 winches on the boat, and this is our only electric winch, so I'm going to start with that one, see how it looks. And I've watched videos on how to do it. It looks pretty straightforward, so we'll see what's inside. And I figured I'd do it right now. It's kind of overcast and still cool in the morning, so before it gets all sunny and hot. That's my project. Hopefully we don't find any surprises inside. Alright, so I got everything cleaned up, and I am now greasing everything up and putting it back together, and hopefully it works even better than it did before. But at least now we know everything is good on the inside. So, ooh, it's so quiet. Ooh, it's so smooth.
Ah.
It really does feel better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, moves really easily.
So we were trying to focus on things that were of critical importance, safety related, reliability of the boat, but a huge nice to have would be to get lithium batteries.
Yes.
So we called our friends up at Antigravity Batteries. They gave us a nice discount and we bought 600 amp hours of deep cycle lithium.
We didn't film it because getting these things in and out of the dinghy was all hands on deck, but luckily Tim is very strong because these batteries they're heavy and they're lithium, so you know they're like, can you imagine if this was like an AGM battery? Oh my goodness, it would be so heavy. But we got lithium power! Pretty excited about that. These things are huge. They're beautiful. And I'm glad they made it onto the boat dry. We did not drop them.
This is going to be a fun project to get done. I don't know how it'll go in the process. But so we have 420 amp hours of AGM batteries. These are from when the boat was built, so they're 7 years old. They're actually working okay. Not great, but I mean, they actually are getting us through the night, and we're not getting anywhere near 50%. We're probably running them down to 60% at night. So we're using all of the capacity just to keep the fridges running. We have the fridge freezer, the freezer, and then the sort of overland style truck fridge that are going at night. Other than that, you know, we'll use Starlink for a couple hours sometimes for watching a movie. And then you just have the general systems on the boat that don't shut off. So they're eating a little bit of power. Yeah, we're going to pull these out. We have 600 amp hours of lithium going in. We're also going to switch out our starting battery to a lithium. So we've had good luck with the lithium batteries for starting. We've used them, if you haven't watched our channel before, we've used them up in Alaska, negative 13, 14 degrees Fahrenheit days to start the diesel truck. We've used them 10-hour days mapping trails, which is one of our jobs that we do on the side, 110 degree days in the engine bay. So we found that these anti-gravity starting batteries have been really resilient, and they reserve a little capacity in them to jumpstart. If you, let's say, left your radio on or something like that, it'll actually disconnect itself, save a little bit in reserve, so you can start your truck after you hit a button or hit a button on a key fob. So we're going to go to that as the starting battery, and it actually has the same amp hours as the one we're pulling, but it weighs, less than half. And additionally, all 60 amp hours of this are usable, whereas this 60 amp starting battery, I think about 30% would be usable. And so, yeah, there is a fourth, I should say, battery. We have the 2 deep cycle starting, and then there's a fourth. The fourth is literally a reserve for just the radio. So if your whole system is fried, the small 12 volt sort of fourth battery is just for your radio. So you could call for emergency help, call for Mayday or a pan or whatever. So yeah, see how this goes.
Okay, so first battery going in that's the starting, right?
Yep.
So that one has been swapped out. This giant, super heavy one. The weight difference is incredible. I don't know how we're gonna lift this other big one out, actually. It's going to be quite heavy. One down. That was so heavy. It's crazy. I don't know how we're gonna get them into the dinghy. It'll be interesting. Tested starting the engine here. So we have the starboard engine started, and we'll let that charge up some battery power a little bit since we don't have much solar today. It's pretty rainy. And then we'll try the port side engine. But all seems to be well with the batteries. Good work, Tim.
Thank you. Still nervous.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's done, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
It's like until we're for sure, I'll be a little nervous. Like 2 or 3 days, and then I'll celebrate.
Yeah.
So we also have a discount that we can share with you for the anti-gravity battery, so I will put that in the description below if you're interested in that. Hopefully it helps you out.
Absolutely. And while we were lighting money on fire, we were so close to the location of the exact water maker that I wanted.
He's been dreaming about.
That on one of the days when we had a rental car, we headed down there, we got a bunch of cash out of the bank, and we got one cash. They do a little cash discount. It's a 12 volt, 18 gallon per hour water maker. And I love that all the parts are not proprietary, and they're very open about telling you where you can find spare parts on eBay and Amazon. So hopefully anywhere in the world we can service this water maker.
Yeah.
Fresh water. And so with that, we were almost done and ready to set sail, but we had one huge project left, and it involved removing our mast.
Yeah, it was a little bit scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll tell you about that next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, all your comments. It has been amazing to read all your comments, so thank you guys so much for all of your support. And
it's been overwhelming, and we appreciate it.
yeah, so we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Ice cream.
Cheers.
Nothing
least-
like a hot walk with some ice cream.
Yeah, if you're gonna have to walk to get to everything, you might as well have ice cream on the way.
Worth it. Don't need much meat this time.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the theme of my life, I think, from now on, is the second I stop recording or put the camera up or pick the camera up, there will be sea life. We just saw a turtle, and I had literally just put the camera down. So, okay, I'm turning the camera off now. Cue any sea life.